questions, so they'll see that and be like, oh my god, they must be chatting something good. Click on it.
So we're actually live right now. Right, Daffyd just done an order.
Yeah.
Right, Daffyd.
Why would you not just message us? Yeah. Why would you not just message us, Das?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so we're live for the first time on YouTube. New things here. We haven't done YouTube before. Usually it's a bit restrictive, but Instagram's become just as restrictive. So
it's not even worse.
It's not even worse, yeah. So we're literally going to be doing live streaming on YouTube, little videos, just going through the Q&A that we've been saying all week on Insta. So yeah, people are literally leaving questions for us on Instagram at the moment. Hopefully we'll start doing it on YouTube as well.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go through questions. We're also going to be discussing what it's like running a CBD business in the UK in 2022.
Yeah.
So kind of like behind the scenes of running a CBD business, managing a website, managing a shop, a retail shop. So yeah, should be some interesting content coming up. But of course, we need to build up some followers first. So it's going to be slow going for the first few months, I believe. But anyway, we need to start somewhere.
Oh yeah, I think we'll build it as well in terms of like we also want to be quite informative as well. We want to speak about lots of like exciting things, not about just what the plant is and what it does, but like some of the other really cool uses that may be a bit more abstract.
Yep.
I want to talk about all the new like news and stuff in the Canna world, like what people up to, what are we like
to do. I mean,
what's the new science, what's on the forefront of all this stuff, what does like actually legalizing cannabis mean more than just people can smoke weed, like that sort of stuff. Like also we want to create a discussion space. We keep trying to create a discussion space somewhere where we can have our little, because we have a community of people and we're all here for the same reason.
That's it. Like where we have the shop in London, we have a good like regulars that come in every couple of days, good community kind of vibe, and locals really love the shop. So we're always talking to people, and yeah, it's nice to keep that kind of interaction with you guys, and a kind of nice open platform to ask questions or find out some details about a product or something that you may not know, or just to come and speak to a human being about it is one of the biggest things having a shop. So that's what we're trying to just do online a little bit, really.
Also, if you're just lonely at home, you can have a chat
if you need someone to talk to, Leon's always free. He's always got like about an hour after work to talk to like anyone that needs
anyone that needs any information from me. You got a window.
You can look him up on OnlyFans as well. But I don't know. I think we should just maybe discuss what happened last week. Remember? So, and this is the reason why we are on YouTube now, because of what happened last week on Instagram. We basically uploaded a couple of posts, a couple of reels, like literally nothing illegal, 100% legal in the UK, in Europe, most of the world. I think there's a couple of countries still that it's illegal to have CBD.
Yeah.
Which still actually
UAE.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
China is now illegal, I think.
Yeah. China's back illegal. It wasn't. Yeah, it was legal for a while. 1 second. I just want to test one thing out. Okay, I think that's correct now. In New Zealand or Australia, is it illegal as well?
I don't know if it's illegal.
I think maybe you can get it prescribed, huh?
Yeah, something like Australia is funny with that.
We've had quite a few people asking if we can send products across the world to Australia. And the answer is always no, unfortunately, at the moment, because it just things bounce back, things don't get through customs there. But anyway, I digress.
We just like
last week, innit?
Yeah, last week we had a couple posts that got taken down, and Instagram basically, ended up saying sorry, you've got a little timeout. You've got to sit on a naughty step kind of message.
You got to sit on a naughty step. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And we were like, what does this even mean? We didn't really think about it. But we've been chatting to people for the last few days about this Q&A, and it was like the first one. We were well excited. We were like, I don't know. It was like we would get all the questions together. We'd like had nice long chat ourselves beforehand. Like got ourselves like prepped and ready, and we were excited.
As much as it's off the cuff, we were trying to get some sort of preparation going. Like we were definitely like getting ready for it, but yeah.
Well, just about what we wanted it to be and stuff. Like we don't ever really have proper plans for anything, but like it'd be a bit annoying if we just sat here just waffling about anything all the time. So there has to be some direction somewhere.
Some form of direction. Sorry, I'm just trying to untangle a light. You can see on the screen it's a little bit dark. I'm just trying to get a light out here, but someone's tied it up. So anyway, go on.
This guy is actually ridiculous.
Run the show, bro.
Actually ridiculous. It's making so much noise as well. You probably can't hear anything that's being said, but it's okay. It's not like we should have done this way before.
I know, we're testing out.
Yeah, well, we're still. You're literally just watching us try it out for the first time ever, basically. But yeah, we go onto Instagram Live. I got right to the. I'm left with a cliffhanger. We were literally. Bosh, ready, phones like in the little holder thing there. Everyone's super excited. We're super excited. Sorry, you're not allowed to go on live on Instagram due to the restrictions that you received. And basically, that little naughty step message is saying that we're not allowed to go live just because we might say or do something that they won't have time to stop because it's in the moment.
Absolutely ridiculous.
And yeah, we're
talking about complete legal stuff.
And we're trying to create a safe space for people to chat and actually understand what's going on and get away from the things that are illegal, so, like in a lot of cases. And it's like we're trying
to ask questions that they can't just ask the internet in a sense, and just all above board, all legal, nothing untoward at all. But yeah, Instagram has become like censorship, like all over the place.
And a lot of the information that you can find on Google and stuff is like, it's all very wordy, like loads of jargon and like people just trying to sound like the smartest person. It's like almost like a peacock contest. Like everyone's like, oh, I know the most about this. And they're trying to say it in the most complicated ways so they sound super intelligent. But realistically, a lot of it can be explained quite simply. That's like why we have the shop. It's why we try to do these sorts of things. Because at the end of the day, we're just normal people, and we've been working in cannabis for a while. So,
like, just to say as a disclaimer for YouTube, if you're listening, we literally deal with CBD. We run a completely legit shop in London town, selling CBD products. So nothing untoward, nothing illegal. Just to mention, we do not condone anything illegal while we're discussing things like this on a platform like this one. So yeah, just as a little disclaimer. Sorry.
No, we're good boys, basically.
Yeah,
and our shop's all about love and healing and wellness, and yeah, just a good time, really. We love music and we love having a vibe, basically. So
that's it. Let's see if this does anything.
This might have been a lot of
faff for nothing, but you might as well try it out.
Wow, I look so much better.
Yeah, you look so much better. You look pretty now, mate.
Yeah, I need to not look at it because I looked at it for like 1 second. Now,
it's a little bit better anyway.
You know, when you close your eyes, you can still see the ring.
Now you can see the bleed. So should we discuss? We discussed last week what happened and why we're now on YouTube because of the situation of censorship. Obviously, we're gonna have to like be a bit clever on here as well, what we speak about. I think maybe we should just kind of discuss the format of the show or what we want to do. Like we want to have a Q&A. We want people to be able to just drop questions on the chat. Leave us questions during the week on Instagram, or email us questions. However you want to get a question to us, basically get a question to us and we'll answer it on the show. We're going to be discussing the ins and outs of running a business in the UK in 2022, how to run a CBD shop or a website, and what things to encounter, what kind of hurdles you need to jump through, and what kind of like legalities you need to like adhere to. So that's going to be like one show a month. We're going to be trying to talk about like the business side of things. One show a month, we're going to try and have a guest in. So someone who's either running another brand or company or shop or website within the kind of Canna industry in the UK. Not just the UK, could be anywhere. But yeah, whoever we can kind of get into to come as a guest, and we'll be discussing that and putting little kind of stories and Instagram posts out and emails as well to let everyone know, so everyone can just sign up on our website as well if you want to like hear about what we're up to.
Try to do like news and stuff like that as well.
Exactly. I was just going to say, we want to discuss like new products, new technologies, new things in the scene, new things that are happening, just like events that are going on. yeah, just basically what's new in the scene, in the Canna scene. We're going to try and like highlight things that we think are interesting, and maybe people want us to discuss it as well, so we can discuss whatever people want to send in. Anything else you're going to say?
Nah, but like, yeah, we're just like, I mean, there's a lot of exciting stuff going on, and are actually like really good events that a lot of people go to. So we can always like meet you guys there.
We did an event,
live Q&As and stuff.
We did an event like just over a month ago.
Yeah,
we did Product Earth. That's a trade show for CBD, cannabis, all kind of like growing stuff as well. And yeah, really interesting. It was a lovely weekend actually. Went down, where were we? Peterborough.
Yeah, Peterborough.
Someone in Peterborough. we had a stall down there.
Basically Warwick.
Near Warwick, yeah. So that's one of the biggest kind of events in the UK at the moment. Product Earth. If you're not aware of it, give them a little Google. But there's loads of other events, loads of other things going on all the time in regards to like cannabis and canna and CBD and hemp. There's like loads of expos going on.
It'd be cool to turn up with like a mic and a camera and actually meet you guys and like ask you real life like Q&As.
Literally on the spot.
Yeah, hot seated.
So we're 11 minutes in, literally 11 as I looked at the time. I think we should just crack on with some questions. Keep it short and sweet today. Obviously, we don't want to be dragging out videos when no one's even really watching it, as this is first ever thing. So I think we should just crack on with like 5 or so questions. And these are questions I got asked last week actually, when we were supposed to do it on Instagram. But as Leon explained, we were banned from Instagram from going live. So now we're here. So let's crack on with a couple of questions that we've written down. How to enter the cannabis online business? Is it possible to collaborate as an influencer? I think this guy was asking like how easy is it to get in touch with influencers and to collaborate on that level. I don't think he was asking to collaborate with us as an influencer, but he was asking about how to enter the cannabis online business. The long and short of it is, of course, you need to get yourself a URL, get yourself a name, whatever your name is, find that kind of website address. Maybe it isn't your actual name, but it has to be something in association with what you do, I guess. Otherwise, how would people find it? I mean, I've seen some brands that are not necessarily they don't have their name in the website, but they might be. I can't think of any examples now, but like I remember some events would be like goingout.com. And the actual event wouldn't be called Going Out, but it'd be like
it'd be something
associated to what your brand is. But yeah, you need to get yourself a URL, a brand name, obviously, and then you need to either work out what you're going to be selling, and then work out a money system, basically how you're going to get paid for what you're selling online. You can't just go down PayPal route. You can't just go down using any kind of like normal. For example, if you make a website with Shopify, they're going to try and get you to use Shopify money system, which is like using like normal kind of, how would you describe it? Like normal banking systems, I guess. When you're selling CBD, you need to be using high risk merchant accounts. So that's something to Google, high risk merchant account. It's a little bit tricky. I mean, to be honest,
only some banks will accept you as well. Like not all banks accept it. I mean, some banks are fine with CBD. They just need to have everything like lab tested, and you have to have proof that everything you're doing is legit legal and is legitimate, and it's all coming through legal channels and all of that stuff. And they're happy to deal with it. But obviously, because of the nature of CBD and what it is and where it comes from,
it's still classed as a high risk product. So yeah, some banks are funny with it. So it's best, you need a business account, of course. So it's best to talk to your bank and find out what their kind of T's and C's are, their terms and conditions.
We were saying the other day, it almost feels like now that banks are they're the gatekeepers for like the law when it comes to like money coming into accounts.
Definitely, they've become much more on it in terms of like checking what is going in and out of bank accounts. So you could just run it for a little while and not say anything if you did have a business account already, but pretty much within a few months, most banks are doing like audits nowadays. So they'll check what you're selling, what's coming in, have you got an invoice for that product, blah, 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 etc., etc. So I think you need to get a website address. You need to get an actual website built. Mm-hmm. Shopify is usually the easiest one to do it with. You need to get a bank account, a business bank account sorted out. that's pretty much it. But you need to work out the high risk merchant account. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
And deal with like a supplier that was happy to handle like CBD products, because some like iZettle, or sorry, it's called Zettle now, but Sum Up, all these kind of payment things. If you do have a retail shop or a stall in a market, for example, you can't use them because any kind of CBD product going through that company they'll just block your account, which means you can't receive like card payments. You can still obviously take cash, but yeah, most people are paying in card these days. So there's definitely a few ins and outs. We should probably do one show
on just that,
on how to set up, because there's a lot of things to set up when you start with CBD. It's not just buy some product from a wholesaler, put it on a website, and just press go and sell it. It's not as simple as that. But yeah, it's not hard, but it's not as simple as that, for sure.
There's definitely loads of things that you just keep like uncovering as you go. Like all of a sudden you're like, you think everything's sorted, and then bang, you got another problem.
It's literally a learning curve all the way, because things are always changing with laws, legalities, what's socially acceptable almost. Because I mean, like a few years ago, people just assumed that CBD would get you high, and of course CBD does not get you high. It's not psychoactive like that. So like perceptions have changed, and as things develop and evolve.
I was gonna say Othernside's been around for like 5.5 years.
Yeah, we've been doing doing this for a long time now.
When it started to like now, it's gone like almost like looking like we're about to legalize, getting really relaxed, and then all of a sudden really strict again. And now it's like at this weird like waiting point. There's been a couple of them, like a couple weird waiting points.
Things have changed again. Like we've got new government came in, Brexit happened, all that kind of stuff. Like just changed the game quite a lot in terms of like, even now on our website, we're not selling to Europe because of the kerfuffle, the hassle, the kind of paperwork that's involved. And then
much extra.
And apart from the paperwork, it's just people have to pay so much extra because of the taxes involved. So the sales on for Europe have gone completely like gone down. So it's not like, I think that's what I'm saying. Like things are changing all the time, so you have to evolve and work with what you've got. But yeah, I mean, hopefully it gets easier. I think now the difference is now compared to when we started is that there's much more information out there. When I started, I was onto my third website by the time I realized what I really had to do in terms of like payment plans, high risk merchant accounts, what platform you should build that website on, etc., etc. Like, I mean, like I said, we should do one episode just talking about it, because it is an interesting subject. It's probably really boring if you're not interested in like building up a website or how to get online. But if I had this when I first started, like just somebody explaining the step-by-step process and which company to use, which when I started, there was only 1 or 2 companies that were accepting CBD like products on websites. So it was even harder then. But now it's like there's so much more information out there. So yeah, I mean, Google it, you'll find something out there.
Yeah,
for sure.
I was just gonna say we've actually got one person.
one person listening. I don't know big up whoever it is. Big up to you if you're listening live now, or you jumped on and you're gone by now. But yeah, man, this is our first ever show, so we are just like kind of testing the waters a little bit, seeing what works, and it's the first time ever live on YouTube. Maybe we should have done a few lives, like private ones, just to see how it works and stuff. But might as well just jump in it.
I don't think that's really our style though. It never really has been.
It never has been. We always just kind of like off the cuff, kind of like just deal with it, innit?
Yeah,
somehow.
Like Skibber.
Yeah, innit? Come up, big up RIP Skibber,
man.
RIP. So that's one question, and look, we just waffled for 10 minutes about it. So I think
we'll be all right.
I think we've got enough questions. We've got about 10, 12 questions here at least. And
it's going to be way more fun when people can be like saying things about
interactive
what we're
saying,
about it. And we can like have a little back and forth as well. That's the ideal anyway.
That's the idea.
And we'll keep it regimental. We're usually late for things, but we'll be on time for this every week.
It'll be Wednesdays, 8 p.m. live on YouTube. The video will get saved and re-put onto YouTube. Maybe we can even post it back on our Insta channel where we've got more followers over there. I'm saying it's over there like it is actually over there. It could be that way. I don't know.
It might be over there.
It could be. It's literally everywhere. Yeah. But I think let's go to, is it possible to collab as an influencer? Like I said, I'm not 100% sure what was meant by that question, but I think it's easy enough to get in touch with influencers for sure. Obviously via Instagram, you can just message anyone you want. And if they don't pick up or they haven't got back, then just keep messaging. Obviously, you need to be into the scene to know who's going to be the one to influence and send stuff to or samples to. So there's no point like sending it to somebody that's not even into it or into CBD. Or, I mean, is it possible to collab? Of course it is. It's always possible. Anything's possible. Just need to like.
But also, I feel like influencers are like a lot of the time. That's basically what they do.
Sorry,
like,
1 second.
Nice. A little Canna stuff.
Yep.
It's a lovely brand we've been carrying for years.
Been selling this for a long time in the shop. Really, really tasty drink, Canna. Big up to Canna.
Where was I?
Talking about influencers.
Yeah, I feel like influencers, what their job is to literally receive gifts and put it on their Instagram.
Yeah, so if they're not picking up messages, then what they're doing.
But also, like, no, but that is their job. It's more like, I feel like it's almost a wasted avenue sometimes. You do have to be very picky about who it is and stuff. And to be honest, with us, the people that we've sent packs to and stuff, they will come quite organically because we've kind of been quite focused on doing it right and having products that work. And then all it takes is like one person to recommend it to someone, and then their cousin is this person, or their, do you know what I mean?
Like anyone we've ever sent packs to, like influencer packs, has like Leon says, come about almost organically, either because we're either fans of them because they're a DJ or a musician or someone in the scene that we like, or we like what they do anyway, and it's like some sort of conversation that's like struck up somewhere, whether it be online or at some sort of event, and then from there it's like, oh, would you like to try some of our products? Yeah, I would like to, please, thank you. And we've never like gone to an influencer and said, please, can you post about this, and we'll send you stuff out on a monthly basis or sponsor you. We've had like discussions with a few people about doing it, but it's never really like materialized. So for us, it's just kind of like, it's kind of like come about organically, which has been a blessing in itself, because people are posting about us because they like the product.
Yeah,
which is like what Leon said, like coming back to that, it's all about the product at the end of the day. It's all about it's good quality products that's been made with like care and attention.
We just like, I mean, that is the main reason we're doing any of this at the end of the day, is like to actually put out products that work. And we've had to learn everything around, like, that's what we're having to talk about is the stuff that we've had to learn in order to make sure that our products were the best they could be.
Exactly.
At all times.
Exactly. Yeah,
I feel like everything else grows from it. Like, I feel like you gotta have your bread and butter.
That's it. Yeah, you've got to have like good quality. If you've got a good foundation, good quality products, then the rest is kind of like just falls into place somewhat. I'm not saying it's super simple to run a business, but it's kind of like do your like learn to walk before you run, basically.
That's definitely not easy.
Yeah,
there's more hoops in this than anything else.
Somebody asked. Sorry, maybe I should have written down who the people are who asked these questions, but I think maybe that we'll incorporate that later on.
Yeah,
to be honest, reading out an Instagram handle doesn't always work, because it's like could be some random word like or random number or something. Or that we don't know how to say. So maybe we'll keep the questions anonymous, but you guys let us know what you prefer. Someone's asked if we're ever going to have a shop in Hastings. It's a bit of a random one, but to be honest, I've not even been Hastings.
One of my very, very close mates lives out. Well, his parents just moved up to Hastings, and that is the only person. And that's the only link.
I don't have any links to Hastings. I'm born and bred in London. Run a shop for years in London, so I don't really have. I mean, if we were to expand, probably would go to somewhere else in London to start with, as opposed to Hastings. But maybe one day. I don't know.
Or like, I feel like
maybe you guys can do a little franchise for us.
I feel like we'd like to also do, if we did somewhere, we'd need somewhere which is more London vibes as well. Like, we need somewhere that's a bit busy.
Yeah.
So like,
not saying that Hastings dead. I don't know. It might be really, really busy, but
yeah,
it's not my territory.
Yeah.
So, and then to be honest, we would love to create what we have in the shop here in West London, in another part of London, just because I guess we are Londoners, we know London well. But the vibe that we've got in the shop is like second to none. You can't beat that. Like, it's a different kind of shop. No one's really got a place like that.
Yeah.
Like, there's music, there's all the CBD products that we sell, and like all the kind of other paraphernalia at the back, and we share the space with a tattoo parlor and piercing parlor, and the dynamic between us lot and them lot is funny. We have a good bubble. So if anyone's ever in Portobello Road, London, come and say hello.
Yeah,
definitely 261 Portobello Road.
I mean, like, yeah, there's definitely still fun shops about, but
Yeah.
not that many.
This is not like yeah. I mean, of course there are some other shops around, but no, you can't match this one.
Nah.
You can't like compare it. But anyway, do you want to choose a question up there?
Yeah, what are we up to?
I'm just cherry picking, mate, at the moment.
Yeah, okay, you have just gone for some different ones.
Yeah, just to keep it a little variety.
I don't know exactly where I need to explain this, but the question is VG and PG ? So we just run you guys through that quick time. PG and VG are types of glycerin. It's propylene, I think.
Propyl glycol.
Propylene glycose, glycerin, basically, and then vegetable glycerin.
Yeah.
They are carrier agents for vape liquid. That's what they are. They are the actual liquid that you put flavors or nicotine or CBD or whatever you're adding to it.
And when you go to an actual vape shop, a proper vape shop, the ones that sell vaporizers that you fill up a tank with those little bottles of liquid, the actual liquid, like Leon is saying, that's the actual VG and PG. It's not the actual. I mean, the nicotine or the CBD is like that's molecules, isn't it?
Yeah, they're just like chemicals added to it.
Yeah.
But with like PG, it's a little bit thinner, a little bit more runny. Usually on like smaller devices, like thinner coils, and then the VG, that's like a lot thicker because it's more organic matter, but it has to be on like a bigger coil usually.
I can never remember which way around it is, but one is for more vape, more actual cloud, and VG. One is more for the actual rasp on the throat, right?
Yeah. So, but I mean, with all that stuff, like nicotine gives you the tickle in your throat, it gives you that kick, and you get that's like, I mean, the PG is a bit thinner, so it burns a bit quicker and hotter, so it gives you more of a kick. Otherwise, the VG, because it's like way more like viscous, you get way more like, it's for the guys who want to blow like massive
huge clouds, and
fill the whole room sort of vibe. Yeah. We're not the biggest fans of it. I mean, it's a bit uncharted territory. No one really knows if it's good or bad or better or worse or what's. No one knows that much about it at all. I mean, I don't think it.
I personally don't like the flavor of it. The flavor that it gives, that it's a weird kind of like synthetic flavor that I can't. I've tried loads of CBD vape liquids, and it's never really been my thing at all. Never got into it.
Like with the vapes that we deal with a lot of the time. Now we do have a disposable vape that has it, but that's because certain people just really like it.
And cater for
everyone really. But most of our vapes are like just literally distillates or resin, and then terpenes. And I'm sure we'll have
so no fillers.
Yeah, no fillers.
No fillers, mate. No fillers.
I'm sure we'll have a whole conversation on one of these episodes about just vaping and like the different types, why it's better, why it's worse,
the pros and cons
of everything. This is going to be a lot of episodes, basically.
Hopefully, we can pull it off a little bit and build up some followers. Basically, also YouTube doesn't promote the show until you get over 1,000 followers. So please subscribe, share, comment, give us a like, all the rest of it. Hit the little bell to get your notifications.
Send it to your mates.
Do what you can, please.
Get us to 1,000.
Get us to 1,000 followers, and we'll love you all forever.
And we'll take it from there.
Yeah, man.
Well, yeah, we can make it bigger and better, basically.
I think it's coming up to half an hour for the first episode. I think we should run it up to half an hour and be done with it, and then we'll come back next week. Still got a load of questions to get through. I'm not sure. Like we said, we're going to talk about business. I also want to do like a little rundown of what we've been up to each week.
Yeah.
In the shop, on the website, what we've changed, updated, what we've basically just like kind of like talking about business, but just the behind the scenes of running Otherside. But I think I should leave it around there, no?
I mean, the only thing we can announce is that we have some t-shirts.
Yeah, boom. That's a good thing to say, actually. We've got some brand new t-shirts coming out. 1st of October. There's going to be basically like a drop every month or every couple of months, and you pay it, a pre-release kind of thing. And at the end of the month, it gets sent to you. So we've got a wicked design coming up.
Everyone always, neither of us are wearing it right now.
I don't even know if we can post it on here because of the content. It's actually got kind of like
basically
herbs and leaves on it, if you get what I'm saying. Herbs and leaves.
Say we have our like the star shirt that we wear at Otherside. We have black and white ones, but they're both the same. They've got Otherside logo on the chest and they've got it on big on the back. We have it on hoodies as well.
Yeah.
So many people always ask us, oh, we want to wear that, we want to buy that, we want to get that. So we just basically made it for people to get, but we've made it out of herbs.
So basically, So that's a very kind of vague, not vague. It's kind of like a good description of it, but when you see it, you'll understand what the description meant. If you go on the website right now, we have the actual t-shirts, the plain ones, just with the little logo and the big logo on the back. That is also available as a hoodie. We haven't put it as a product yet, but that will be next week.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing the hoodies. So we've got the t-shirts already, the plain ones, but we're going to be doing a special drop every month or 2 months with a nice different kind of design, like an exclusive design that it'll probably be like one off and then never done again.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll bring it back in another time, but like it'll be like kind of one-offs. So keep an eye on that. I don't even know how we can share that on Insta. I think we might, on YouTube. I think we might need to do like these little short videos to promote on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean,
I think we just use it as it'll just be on Insta, mainly that kind of thing.
But you can always see all our stuff. Like, I mean, we want to use YouTube mostly for like chatting and education anyway, and like uploading music and whatever. But I like podcasts and whatever like that. But I think actual like products and stuff, you can go through our website or our Insta's got we do promotional videos and stuff all the time.
Like Insta's, we put a lot of content on Insta, and if you go on the bio on our page, you can click the little link there, and you can go straight and get the products off the website and go straight to the website via the link, etc., etc. As everyone has links in bio, and it's just like becoming like a phrase, isn't it? Link in bio, link in bio. Yeah. Anyway, I think let's wrap it up now. Thank you to anyone that watches this, and don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, give us a like, do the whole lot, please. We're trying to build up our followers so we can get a little bit more, out there. That sounded well dodgy, innit? It's got a really dry throat at the last bit of the sentence, and then I said out there like it sounded
like it's like really we're up to something.
Like naughty, that's all no one.
We're not.
That was so dodgy.
We're not trying to rise to power or anything like that. We just have a lot of cool things to say, and a lot of people really want us to share it, and so we want to work hard to try and create that platform, basically. And it's we need you guys to help.
We're gonna get some mics as well.
Yeah.
So it sounds better. This is obviously very kind of basic analog. We're gonna get some little lapel mics and come a little bit more profesh. But anyway, peace. Nice one, people.
Nice one.